The beginning of the week, I'm just like, no more selling, no more buying. It's like nailing us exactly where we should be flipping with the markets. Granted, the Omniacs don't always get filled on every one of these flips, but the Omni's been calling these flips perfectly. And I have to tell you right off the bat, before we get started on anything else, the Omni is waving us off once again for at least one day for trading U.S. indices on Friday. So it waved us off on Monday, and boy, it was brilliant to do that. It completely changed direction, and now it's starting to back off again. So we'll heed the Omni's warning. Remember, trading is risky, 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 risky. Never, ever, ever trade without protective stops. Always put those stops in first. This video coming at you on a Thursday night for trading Friday, Jan 17, 2025. Traders, as I just mentioned on the board, the Omni is saying, Oscar, stop. You guys been doing great all week with these calls. When you get filled, you're doing great. Stop. Just for a day. It didn't say go short. The Omni just said stop buying. Everybody cool out for a day. So we will do that in E-mini S&P Nasdaq Russell 2000. Bitcoin 2, number 2 on the board. Omni's waving us off for a day for the exact same reason, and I could show you in the charts why. It's wonderful. Well, here's an interesting thing. Omni decides to wave us off. The reasoning on the chart has nothing to do with Omni at all. But they come together at the same moment and both tell me to wave off. Gotta love that Omni. So I'll show you that on the chart in Bitcoin in our US indices. We've got an Omni camp coming at the end of the month, right? Can't wait. Omni campers, you guys are set. If you didn't answer your emails and start practicing as I asked you guys to practice, my Omni campers coming in, make sure you do, okay? You got plenty of time, don't worry. But start practicing what I asked you to practice, please, Omni campers who are coming at the end of March. Excuse me. Well, we'll get there. At the end of Jan, we've got Omni campers coming in. Make sure you're practicing. If not, give me a call. I'll tell you what to do. Speaking of Omni camp, I have to say, this happened by accident, but this is the coolest thing, I think. All right, so Deadheads, Grateful Dead fans, you know who you are. Have any of you ever seen the Dead, or Dead and Company, if you will, at the Sphere in Las Vegas? Oh my God, I went. I wasn't sure if I wanted to go. Oh my God, it was one of the best experiences seeing the Dead I have ever dreamed of in my life. At some point, holding on to my seat, kid you not, watching this concert, I looked over to a guy next to me and I went, hey dude, I'm peaking, how about you? And I don't even do acid. He was like, me too, man, I don't know what's going on in here. It was the coolest experience, the best music, the best sound system, the best visuals I ever seen in my life at a concert. It was a Grateful Dead concert here in Las Vegas at the Sphere. So guess what's gonna happen? What a long, strange camp it's been. We're going to do this in March, right at the last week of March. You, me, and 5 other campers, we are going to come to an Omni camp. Omni camp's going to start on Friday. We're going to work Saturday. Saturday night, we're all going to the Sphere. I already have the tickets, kids. We're all going to the Sphere on Saturday night. We're going to check out this fantastic show from the Grateful Dead. And we'll come back Sunday morning and go right back to work. So this Omni camp is absolutely geared for Grateful Dead fans, you deadheads. It's me and you. We're going to see the Dead. I don't even know if the camp's as important as this thing. You might come out here not even for camp and take camp anyway just to see this show. It's that cool. So let's see what's going to happen. It's going to be at just about the end of March. I'm keeping one of those tickets for myself, so only 5 of you are getting invited. I only bought 6 tickets. That's all I could get together in a row. Grateful Dead this March. It's the Omni Camp of the Dead, if you will. This is going to be fun, kids. I promise you. I wouldn't have done this if I didn't think that show was just fantastic. If you're a deadhead, you cannot miss this. If you're a deadhead who trades and you don't come out for this, I don't know what to say. You know what I mean? You need a shrink. This is exactly made for you, and you'll go home with some ass-kicking knowledge of how to trade these markets. That is in March. Make sure you come to OmniBootCamp.com, fill out that application, and tell me you're a deadhead, because I want to reserve this for deadheads only. Make sure you're a deadhead if you want to come to this camp. OmniBootCamp.com. make sure you go there, fill out an application, and tell me you want to go to the Grateful Dead show. I hope you guys show up. I'll lay across those 6 seats myself if I have to and just space out. It's so damn cool. Wait till you see it. Make sure you show up. Let's keep moving. So, I get so excited I had to keep talking about that. What a show. Wait till you see it. The Omni's waving us off for trading on Friday. I'll show you why. In Bitcoin, U.S. indices, meaning S&P, Nasdaq, Russell, waving us off. We've got an Omni camp coming at the end of the month. There's still one seat. If anybody wants that, you still have 10 days, maybe a little longer. Call me, 702-629-4755. You know, I get a lot of cold calls. I hang up right away. So if you are calling about Omni, just say, hey, Oscar, it's me or something, because I'm going to hang up on you, I promise. I do this. Hello, live with Oscar. If you don't answer in 1 second, you hung up on. So make sure you're quick to answer if you're going to call my number these days. Too many cold calls. Anyway, you can always email me. You can find me. You know how to get to the site, Live with Oscar. If you can't find me, you're not looking for me. I'm everywhere, and I'm on camera and microphone all the time. So make sure you find me. All right, traders, I want to show you some great charts. That's what's coming next. Make sure you pay attention to what you're about to see, because you've got to trade tomorrow as well. We also have some reports coming out in the morning, 8:30 Eastern. That should hopefully give us Omniac some fills in the markets we are willing to trade, which will not be the indices and Bitcoin. But there are other markets, and I'm willing to trade them, and hopefully we get fills when the reports come out. All right, traders, before I show you the charts, I want to remind you of something. You've got to keep your emotions out of trading. One of the best things you can do to keep those emotions at bay is say this to yourselves over and over again, because I promise it will help you. But right before I say that, I just want to say one thing. My son, Mikey, you're just killing it in the markets. I've been waiting my whole life for my son to tell me he wants to trade. Last month, he decided in his life at 23 and it's time to begin trading. He's been doing it and winning. Oh my God, this is like the best thing that ever happened to me in my life. So Mikey's part of the team now. He's trading. If you guys have been following me long enough, he's been a great analyst since he's a child. I mean, he's better than anyone on Wall Street since he's a kid. I was a 23-year-old man getting ready to graduate college. This kid's starting to crank it out, and he's with us. Thank you, Mikey. Thank you, Mikey. Thank you, Mikey. So we'll see what we get out of him. If you ask me, if he stays in my direction, he's going to be one of the best analysts and traders you've ever met in your life. I'm showing him things that took me my whole career to learn. He gets to learn them right off the bat. It's a wonderful thing. Anyway, Mikey, very good kid. Keep up the good work. For the rest of us, say this to yourselves over and over again. Are you with me? 1, 2, 3. Stop, sir. In. Emotions are rock and roll, traders. Remember that now. Let's go. Look at some charts. Traders, E-mini S&P, the same chart I've been showing you in videos all week. And interestingly enough, the Omni says no more short selling on Tuesday right down here. Then the Omni says in the next video, hey, stock market's bullish right here. And away we went. Well, tonight's video is titled No More Buying for at least one day. So the Omni's killing it in its direction. It doesn't want to buy right here. Now, I thought, why wouldn't it want to buy here? The market looks great. And then I did a little analysis, and look at this. This is serious resistance. I am not the only analyst that can spot this. The S&P went right up to that line today, turned around, hit it, and went to the lows and settled at the lows. Just like it did here, just like it did here, and like it did here. So, what's going to happen next? I don't know, but I sure am glad the Omni waved me off, because that's scary if it was a buy, right? So the Omni waves me off. Now watch this. Nasdaq. Wonderful, just the same thing. The turnaround videos came out here. The market did turn, held the average, held the trend line, looks great, has a nice run up, and then Omni right here, Omni says, nope, stop. Don't buy for one day, hold off, let's see what's gonna happen. If you look at this NASDAQ chart again, same chart, exactly the same as the S&P. All right, I can't be the only person that noticed that, because when it hit this today, it dropped and settled at the low, or just about at the low. So that's what happened on Thursday. Now Omni's telling me don't buy it anymore. Maybe Omni thinks we're going to hit this and dump on Friday. We'll see. Omni didn't give us that. Omni just said don't buy anymore. It did not say sell. So we'll see what's going to happen. Then you've got Bitcoin. What is Bitcoin doing? Exactly what we spoke about in last night's video when I asked you a question. Will we get past this spot right here? Well, Bitcoin was different. It went up, 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 and settled at the high a little above that line. Different than the indices, which all hit the line and dropped. So Bitcoin actually got to that line, got above it, and settled up there. So the question remains, as I asked in last night's video, please leave a comment right below this video. Do you think Bitcoin, forget the other markets, Bitcoin on its own, will it get above this, or will it follow the indices, find resistance here, and drop once again? What do you think will happen? I think we're going to find out literally by tomorrow, Friday. So let me know, please, right after this video. Tell me what your answer is. I'll tally up last night's answers and tonight's answers, and in tomorrow's class, we'll talk about what everyone thought, what we right or wrong, and what Bitcoin actually did. Traders, thank you so much for tuning in. By the way, with Bitcoin, it's been nailing targets. It nailed the 85,000 target. We put out targets of 109 and 106. It nailed both of those. Our next target is 121,450. That remains valid no matter what happens here right now. This doesn't matter to me. This is a slightly longer term call. This is for tomorrow. Do you think it's going to hold or get above? I'd love to see your answers. Traders, remember, keep your emotions out of trading and join me at livewithoscar.com.